I'm back here with Bill. Bill was just in the DUI TLS previously, and he's just jumped in the Whites Fusion suit. How did it compare, Bill?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, this thing sort of fits like a glove.
Yeah.
And it's probably less restrictive.
Yeah.
I found it took me a little bit longer just to get my buoyancy worked out.
Okay.
And that might have just been because I was being cocky or something. But look, it was great.
Yeah.
And,
so did you find it, the mobility in that one? A lot of people say that, you know, they can reach up and out a lot easier in that one.
I was trying that. I mean, it was probably, if not better than being in a wetsuit.
Wow, better than a wetsuit.
Or better than my wetsuit.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, thanks for that, Bill. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, we're still at the Try-a-Drysuit day. I'm here with Heather, one of our customers. Heather's been trying a few different dry suits today, but the Whites Fusion seems to be the overall winner. And Heather, what was your first impressions of the Whites suit, putting it on? And
well, once it sort of worked out that you've got kind of the underlayer and the outer layer, it was actually surprisingly easy to put on.
Okay.
And I'd not dived in a dry suit before, so I was expecting it to be sort of more different or more difficult than it actually was.
Yeah.
And especially because this one's sort of quite tight fitting. I don't feel sort of too encumbered by it.
Yeah.
And it was actually surprisingly easy to move around.
Yeah. A few people kind of said that they didn't notice all that much difference between the Whites dry suit and their wetsuit. Would you?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah? Not really, not a lot? Yeah.
No, buoyancy control is a little bit different, but once you kind of got used to that, it was actually really quite easy, and certainly mobility-wise, it was not too different.
Yeah. All right, thanks for your time, Heather, and hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Carly here from ADRENO Scuba Diving. I'm here with Robin. Robin is the rep for Whites Fusion wetsuits. Dry suits, sorry. We've had quite a few people in the Whites dry suits today, and reviews across the board seem to be pretty great. They're up there with everyone's favourite wetsuit as far as ease to put on, mobility, and just general comfort in the water and buoyancy control. So I thought we'd have a quick chat to Robin about some of the features and benefits of the Whites Fusion dry suit. So Robin, why is it exactly that they are so mobile compared to the other dry suits?
Yeah, I think the design behind Whites is really clever, where you basically have two different cores. An inner core that you see this grey material here, and you have a lycra-like outer core.
Yeah.
And the inner core, you basically overcut that, so it's quite big.
Yeah.
It gives you all these, so imagine if you put a dry suit on and it's too big. It's always easy to move it, right? But you've got a problem with all the material. Where is it all going to go? How's the air going to be distributing that? By putting the lycra skin on top, or any material on top, pulls a lot of that material in, and it gives you the flexibility when you need it, but it tucks it away when you don't need it. Okay. And you're right, across the board, people try on the suit, especially people that haven't dived in a dry suit, that they're really impressed with the flexibility, and it takes away a lot of those things that people don't or perceive that dry suit diving is all about, which is being bulky and hard to dive in. Yeah, it's been met with really good feedback, as you said.
Yeah. It seems to definitely take away. We've had a few people say that they don't notice the difference so much between their normal wetsuit and this dry suit.
Yeah,
so
that's
definitely some pretty great feedback. Now, one thing I'm concerned about though, I mean, it's lycra. How's that going to stand up when you're doing a bit of rough diving and getting in there?
Look, that's a comment we get a lot, and even myself when I first saw the Whites, I thought, wow, lycra and dry suit diving. If you think about it, it's got to do with the friction, and that's why this makes these probably more durable than any wetsuit or any dry suit that you use.
Yeah.
Because say that you're wearing this, you put your knee on the bottom, and now a bit of the surge comes in, and you move it to surge. In a normal suit, that means that your knee against the bottom, the suit will move and potentially cut, or at least wear it down. With the lycra stays put, and the inner core will move, and because of this friction, it makes the suit a lot more durable. You can increase the durability again by making the lycra thicker, or put one of our other materials like we have in the Tech or in the Bullet, where we use neoprene and even thicker material than that. But even the lycra itself, we have these in rental schools all around the world for dive training, and they hold up great. And it's because of the friction. So sometimes it's not just about making materials tough and heavy duty.
Yeah.
If we can come up with a way of having it light and durable, that's obviously better.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time, Robin, and thanks for running us through the Whites Fusion Drysuit.
Drysuit.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.